Let me tell you something, gents. Women will waste your time if you allow them to without fail. My life was a prime example of this when I was in a 2-year relationship with a cute little girl that was probably 3/4 my height. Because I was a big monkey simp, I allowed her to waste my entire college years chasing her wet vice grip, which up to this day, I haven't even gotten the chance to push in the tip. I was down bad brothers, and other opportunities came along the way from even virgins, but I decided I would be a good man and make my girlfriend have bedroom fun with me. Well, we all know how that turned out since I'm on YouTube preaching to you guys to never get married, be in a long-term relationship or cohabitate. Shorty ran circles on me and gave me just enough access to her body so I would stick around until she finished college. After she finished her degree and decided she had no more need for me, she dumped my goofy butt and now doing whatever it is she's doing. That's how cold and heartless these people are if you allow them to take advantage of you. It was also my fault because she said I wouldn't get any of her sweet sugary walls, but there are 2 ways a man will interpret that. Either she is serious and it's a sign to run, or that's a challenge and she's just saying that so she doesn't come off as easy, but there is a possibility she wants to give up those cheeks. Unfortunately for your boy, I believe the latter, and as I said, she gave me just enough access so I would stick around but never gave me her sweet watery guts. Her guts was watery too, I'll tell you that, but I never got to find out if it was sweet and juicy. But it is what it is. I never will get a chance to experience all of that, and that is something I had to come to terms with as I reflected on how stupid I was back then to allow a girl that was younger, weaker, and not as smart streetwise to manipulate and take advantage of my time. Where I went wrong was placing too much value on virginity and having bedroom fun with a girl I had feelings for in the context of a relationship. That was my biggest vice back then because I wanted to experience what it would feel like to have sex with a virgin. But if I had just realized early on that I wasn't going to get what I wanted from my ex and had the guts to leave her and move on, then I probably would have gotten it from someone else who wanted to give me that experience. Often, men become blindsided by a woman they really like or find attractive, and they let all the other girls pass them by that would have treated them better and given them what they wanted for a short period. Not saying the relationship wouldn't have ended, but at least you would have gotten value from the whole exchange. And that is something that men have to come to grips with and realize that if the person you are with isn't giving you something you really want that you cannot make a compromise for, and you believe you're wasting your time, then it's ought to leave them. It's ought to be selfish and leave the relationship if it's something you cannot do without. It was a deal breaker for me not having the chance to enjoy bedroom fun. For you, it might be something totally different. But the point I'm trying to make with my own experience is don't allow women to waste your time if what you're waiting for isn't worth it or they don't want to give it to you. That's something that took me 2 years to learn, but thankfully I found the RP and it changed my life. I've given you my personal experience to let you know I understand the consequences of wasting your time on modern women. If it's not worth it, then leave that woman alone and move on to the next one. Because what you must understand is women treat different men differently. The set of rules that she applies to you will not apply to another man she really likes or who has social and economic power over her. For example, she might make a simp wait 90 days to clap her cheeks while he's spending time with her, carrying her out to dinner dates and buying her gifts. But if her boss or the CEO of her company wanted to stretch her out and she liked him, then he could get the draws without putting in much effort. You see what I mean? So knowing that's how they operate, if a woman you wanted to split open like a coconut is making you jump through hoops and over hurdles just to get what she's given away to multiple men for free, then don't even waste your time, just move on to the next one. What you must internalize as a man so you'll have power over women is that peace sleeve is never worth the wait, and there is always another woman around the corner when one doesn't work out. Trust me, gents, her wet vice grip is never worth the wait, no matter how wet and gushing it is, because the time you traded in exchange for it, you'll never be able to get back. Look at me as a perfect example. I spent 2 years trying to have sex with my girlfriend at the time, and I didn't get to enter her body. Do you think I'll get back those 2 years I wasted? Hell no, those 2 years are gone for good, so understand that once you waste your time, that's it for the time you spent. You're never getting it back, no matter what you do. However, if I spent that time applying myself to a craft that would have enabled me to make money in the future, I would say without a doubt that's time well spent. And let's put peace sleeve into its proper perspective for a minute. Because besides letting you bust and feel good for a couple of seconds to a minute, it doesn't return anything else of value. What it does give you, however, is chaos, drama, turmoil, liabilities, debt, and so on. So spending your time chasing and waiting on peace sleeve is a waste of time, in my opinion, and I've reached the point where I won't waste any of my time trying to hit a woman to lie on her back, regardless if she's a virgin or so-called good girl. I'll just pay the money for some wet vice grip because they all feel the same anyways. For the most part, the only difference is how skillful and nasty the woman is in bed and her reactions when you're pounding the pavement, if you know what I mean. So trust me, waiting on peace leave nowadays when they aren't letting other men wait is a waste of time, and you must not allow a woman to steal your time just because she promised you some of that grip. Always protect your meat when dealing with modern women. That stands for your money, energy, attention, and time. Waste none of it on these women. If you have to pay her to lie on her back for a couple of hours, then do it and move on with your life. You can always make money back, but you can never get back the time and attention you spent and wasted, so always remember that. Alright, when I say there's always another one around the corner, it literally means when one girl leaves you, there's always another girl to replace her. To be honest, when my girl left me, I thought I would never get another girl like her. And naturally, it's because I didn't get to clap her cheeks. Had I filled her up like stuffing inside a turkey on Thanksgiving Day, then when she left, I would have gotten over the fact that we broke up, and it wouldn't have felt like a big waste of time because I got what I wanted. But because I was left holding my Johnson without ever getting a chance to find out what it would have been like to pop her cherry and be inside her, then of course I'm going to think I missed out. But in reality, I didn't miss out. Later on, I had bedroom fun with other girls who had a better body than she did, and I got what I wanted. So trust me when I tell you there will be another girl around the corner. The only thing I haven't gotten so far is to pop a cherry. When I do, I'm sure the curiosity and the feeling that I missed out will disappear. That's just how it is, gents. Most of it is all in your heads because you place too much value on women. Let me tell you the difference between men that get used and abused by women and the men that women know they can't mess with. The difference between the two is the men that women use and abuse lack leverage and options because they haven't built themselves up or changed their mindset. The men that women know they can't mess with have the leverage and options, so he puts her in her rightful place, which is at the bottom of his priority list. That's the difference, guys. When you get leverage and options, you won't waste your time on any woman that isn't worth your time because you can easily replace her with a better looking woman. Do you think the rich men that have leverage and options waste their time on women? Hell no. If one of their women starts acting up, he'll kick her to the curb and move on to the next one. That's how you must treat modern women, gents. Have a zero-tolerance policy against bad behavior and time wasting from these women. The last point on this topic is to make sure you don't give your meat to someone that doesn't want, appreciate, or value you. If the woman you're trying to get, or you're in a relationship with doesn't like, wants to be with you and treats you with respect, don't even waste your time, just leave her. If the woman you want sees you as a friend and she's not interested in you, then don't even waste your time, just walk away. If any woman you're dealing with constantly wants to fight and make arguments, then don't even waste your time, just walk away or cut her out of your life like the cancer she is. There is no win in arguing with women, so just walk away. Tap the like button, guys, and share the video with a man that needs to hear this message. Let me give you this game before I head out so you guys understand why you mustn't take any BS from women. Women know how to act right and treat the right person with respect. I guarantee you that most women won't argue or disrespect their boss, who they depend on to earn a living. So if she cannot treat you with respect, tell her to F off and kick her to the curb. If you want to donate to the channel, the links to our PayPal and Cash App are in the description box below. And if you want to know the truth about the future of dating and what's really going on in society behind closed doors, then click the video on the screen right now to learn more.